Hello and welcome. This is Rooflemonger, my friends. The long anticipated trailer for Queen Dizzy for Guilty Gear Strive has now dropped, and it's now giving us a very strong idea of what she's all about in Strive. Just like so many other characters that make the jump to Strive, the character does change a bit, and we'll get into it, but there's also quite a few classics here as well. Also, with part of this trailer, there is the news that yes, there will be a giant balance patch for the game as well when Dizzy drops on Halloween. And also, we got a little bit of preview of some of the changes in that patch. They made a little bit of a highlight package, I guess you could call it. And there is a few things I would like to call out specifically. We get another peek at Chip's new ninja rope move where he can run upside down in the middle of the stage and it looks as absurd as ever. This move is just absolutely bananas. There's no other word for it. Faust can bat the afro at his opponents, except that's not even the bat. It's actually a golf club. It's not his dust. So that's a completely different move. So lots of new properties, lots of new moves, like this example from Testament here, applying the stain. And now throw, detonate, stain, which turns throw into a combo starter. So Testament the grappler. And hey, speaking of grappler, right? Potemkin Buster now has an armored startup. So if you manage to hit him out of the startup, doesn't matter, you're still getting grabbed no matter what. So interesting times are ahead. When the Dizzy patch goes live and we have the big patch, we'll do a best on the channel to do the usual big patch breakdown video covering all the changes. But today we're here specifically for Dizzy, so let's get back to the Dizzy trailer and let's break down some of the really interesting things there. So Dizzy, one thing you might notice out of the gate is there's a name change, right? It's not just Dizzy, it's Queen Dizzy. So you may recall within the context of the story, Dizzy got married to Kai and became queen as he is the king. But this little blurb from the website is giving us a hint into the future. We do have that upcoming anime after all. So this little bio blurb goes over the classics. Yo, she is half gear, half human, was persecuted, ran away to the forest, then joined jellyfish pirates, like the events of Guilty Gear X, Guilty Gear X2. But the really important blurb here is right at the end, because this hasn't happened yet as of the greater story. After Kai steps down from his position as allied king of Illyria, Dizzy now rules the new kingdom of Via Ladia together with him. Although still growing accustomed to her official duties, she finds each day fulfilling. Now what exactly is Via Ladia? I got no idea. Probably has to do once again with the upcoming anime. The Guilty Gear Another Story for Strive ended with like basically humans and gears living in peace. And maybe it's like a new Gear Nation or like Gear/Human Nation. I don't know. Can only speculate, but I guess we'll wait for the show to start. So there's that, right? And now also the other big change physically is Necro and Undyne. Quite a bit less colorful than they used to be, but I guess there'll be story reasons for that. We'll find out. Now, as far as the gameplay goes, out of the gate we got some really fun stuff. So, Dizzy busting out a sword? Big old flash going on? What is this? Well, the sword seems to be made out of gear parts, and also it's a move from Mother Dearest. So this is indeed a move from Justice. This is the Michael sword. And like mother, like daughter, you can definitely tell there's some similarities here, right? Although I guess Dizzy's so strong, this is just a regular move for her. So cool callback, very representative of the gear heritage. And nice to see some Justice references. Next up, we got a whole extended sequence, and there's a lot going on here. So we got the old classic homing dagger. I always associate with this with the ice version, but they did add a fire version. And Exar, just chalk it up to me being old, and always remember the X2 version of Dizzy first. If you're unaware, basically you toss it, and then it just homes into wherever the enemy is. Going from fire to ice, we get to see Undyne pop Asuka with like a big old icicle here, like it just does a straight up ground bounce, and then hitting him in the air applies a proper freeze state, like a capture state. Dizzy's been using the ice-based attacks since the start, but she's never gone full Sub-Zero till now. And let me tell you, Mortal Kombat 1 Sub-Zero's been in a very bad place for a very long time. We can use a new Sub-Zero, so Dizzy's our new Sub-Zero, especially with this nonsense here. So yes, the annoying little summon bitey bits are back. Good screen control, good pressure, always been a classic part of her moveset. And then what's going on with her tail? Dizzy's always been able to change her tail into weird things over the years, but this time it's like a straight up narwhal? Not a lot of narwhal representation in fighting games, I guess, so we'll take what we can get. we get our glamour shot here, and Dizzy is the queen of compassion in full bloom. Everyone gets the title, this is Dizzy's. Next segment here, we get a bit of a pop-up, and you might notice here that Necro's using a battle axe. Dizzy's pals are always bringing fun things to the fight. We summon a bitey bit who's going to chomp his way to help our combo. Maybe stand kick, dash cancelled. Big icicle, maybe close slash, I'm not sure what that is. Back into the Michael Blade. So bit of a showcase here, simple, but effective combo, launcher, recombo, spike them down. Next up, it's a trailer, so you need to showcase the dust combo. That's just kind of the rules, that's how we do it around here. Next, another fun little glamour shot here. Dizzy in nature, Dizzy is the nature lover. Always been a part of the character, is stronger than a nuclear bomb, but would rather just chill out and hang out. But it's Guilty Gear, so we gotta fight. So next sequence here, we showcase some classics again. Our classic Ice Pillar move. And this time, Ice Pillar also applies that freeze effect, so that's very interesting. Now, in this situation, Dizzy has to run forward a bit, so Sin does get to block, so it's not guaranteed from full screen. That'd be crazy. She's not actually Sub-Zero, like, at least I don't think so. I guess we'll find out, right? But does keep Sin in long enough block stun, though, to go for a throw. And I do like that they are keeping the decades-long theme here of, like, Dizzy looks actually super worried once the throw goes off. Like, she didn't plan for this. Necro's doing his own thing. I've always liked that about the character. I just think that's kind of fun. Next up, there's some things going on here. So once again, we have Ice Pillar, freezes the enemy. This time she's a bit closer, does nab a hit. But notice the Ice Pillar, when it goes down, it kind of melts and the whole stage has a bit of a watery sheen, icy sheen to it. It happened on the previous stage too, but there's water, so it's harder to see. Easier to see on this particular stage. And when Dizzy gets the hit, there's a bit of a extra follow-up and an ice shatter effect. So perhaps additional status effects beyond just what we're seeing. Also, take a look at Dizzy herself. Got some glowing bits on her. Not sure exactly what's going on, but it's definitely some kind of buff, some kind of install, like having these giant glowing golden angelic wings. Like, it certainly doesn't mean nothing, right? Remains to be seen what it actually does, but certainly I gotta assume net benefit for Dizzy. And then finally, we get a little bit of a hint at a super. So big beam super, which is cool, right? Caught him from full screen in the freeze effect. And then we see Necro and Undyne come out and do their thing, which has happened so many times over so many supers over the years. But this time, Dizzy's like fully embracing them and going along with them in the super, which is definitely different. Like, over the years, she's usually cowering in fear when Necro and Undyne do their thing, right? She's just there, she's along for the ride. Here, she's an active and willing participant in the big blast super, right? So as a character, remember, it's Queen Dizzy, not regular Dizzy, right? I guess she's finally mature enough to handle her power, or just inherit the power, or just fully master Necro and Undyne. She's not the dumb, scared kid she used to be. And, friends, that's character development. It's what we love to see around here. And my friends, that is the trailer. So Dizzy, long anticipated, and I think they did very right by her. Also, the game is currently on super sale in the lead up to our launch, so for whatever reason you haven't gotten Guilty Gear yet, probably now is a good time. And yeah, just solid trailer all around. I'm very happy with what I'm seeing with Dizzy. I like that the ice moves like actually freeze now. That's pretty cool. And also, there's a lot of what they're not showing, right? Like, we have the little bitey bits. But will we have laser bits? Will we have, say, Necro scythe attacks? Will we have, say, the classic bubble return? Who knows? We don't always get the full picture here. We always just get hints. People make pretty big changes in Strive when they make their debut in Strive. So we'll have to see it how it just shakes out. And then there's that whole Angel Wings install. Like, what's that going to be? Probably not good for you if you're up against Dizzy. So we got this, we got the big patch affecting every single character in the game. This is all happening October 31st, Halloween. Good date for it. And we'll have more coverage when the time comes, but till then, my friends, that is indeed the video. So thank you very much for watching. Hope this video has found you well, and go out and play some Guilty Gear.